Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
A North Dakota ex-priest who molested several boys will spend 20 years in prison. Fernando Sayasaya is convicted of sexually assaulting 2 young boys in the 90s. And since then, more victims have come forward. But he wasn't arrested right away. He spent nearly 20 years hiding in the Philippines. Valley News Team's Melanie Palmer digs into the case and tells us the one thing investigators say they are still searching for.
I'd just like to say I'm regretfully sorry from the bottom of my heart if I caused pains to the victims.
Fernando Sayasaya's words echoing in the courtroom. A decades-long wait for the victims and investigators in this case is finally over.
It's isn't so much about law enforcement or us. It's about the victims and what happened and that they get their day.
Greg Warren is a lieutenant of investigations at the West Fargo Police Department. He has been on this case since the beginning. It started in 1998. Sayasaya was removed from his duties in the Fargo Diocese after 2 brothers accused him of molesting them.
This deep level of betrayal to not only these victims, but to the community, to the faith communities.
But in the middle of the investigation, Sayasaya fled to the Philippines. And it wasn't until 2002 when charges were filed. But Sayasaya never came back to the U.S. That was until last year.
It took a long time. It's crazy, but it's finalized, and to the victims, they move on.
And the number of those victims has grown.
Victims are more willing to speak out about what had happened to them.
Prosecutor Ryan Youngren tells us more victims have come forward.
I can say that the times that we talked with him, he didn't know if he could stop doing what he was doing.
Warren says most of the victims are still having troubles and need counseling, but he thinks they will be satisfied with this sentencing. And even though more victims have come forward, investigators say they still hope to find closure for these victims.
I don't know if there's ever complete closure with what happened, but they had their day today.
In Fargo, Melanie Palmer, Valley News Live.
Sayasaya will serve 20 years in prison on 2 charges of gross sexual imposition. He will also be required to register as a sex offender. Authorities say one person is dead after a fight at the Red River Behavioral Health System in Grand Forks. On Saturday, police got a call of an unresponsive person at 1451 44th Avenue South. An initial investigation shows the patient died from injuries suffered in a fight with another patient at the facility. No other information is being released at this time, but stick with Valley News Live for more on this story. Police have arrested a 27-year-old man in connection with a robbery at a gas station in Grand Forks. Terrence Gourdine of Grand Forks is charged with armed robbery. The robbery occurred at Orton's Cenex on September 23rd. Authorities in Minnesota's Beltrami County have arrested a man after discovering a marijuana growing operation. On Friday, officers were investigating a stolen vehicle report at a home just east of Bemidji, and that's when they found what looked to be a large number of marijuana plants. They arrested 66-year-old William R. Christopher. Authorities say they found marijuana in nearly every room of the house and that the plants varied in size from 4 feet to 9 feet tall. Christopher was released pending formal criminal charges. We can't quite escape the gray weather, but at least it's quiet out there. Hutch, how about this evening?
Well, it looks very quiet as we look across the region. There's still plenty of cloud cover, but we're expecting that to decrease at least a little bit during the overnight hours. One thing I know is that it doesn't look like a rainy evening. Temperatures have made it into the mid-50s south and near 50 to the north, where Bedette is at 49 degrees. Temperatures will be in the 40s for most of the evening, with mostly cloudy skies giving way to partly cloudy skies for the overnight. Now, in the forecast for the week ahead, we do have some warm weather. I'll tell you when, but a chance of rain and, again, some flakes of snow for some. Details in a few moments.
Okay, thank you, guys. The children of a Fargo murder suspect are still missing after their mother illegally took them. Take a look at your screen. Officials are looking for 10-year-old Mateo Cooley and 11-year-old Malacia Cooley. Deputies say 39-year-old Izetta Cooley, who is ordered not to have contact with the children, went to the home they were staying at in southern Minnesota around 10:30 Saturday night and took them. 16-year-old Marco Cooley is also believed to be traveling with the group. They were last seen in a black 2007 Suzuki XL7 with Minnesota plates 103WJC. The children's father is 44-year-old Miguel Cooley Sr. of Moorhead. He is the suspect in the murder of a 20-year-old man outside of Fargo McDonald's on September 23rd. Sources say that a possible extramarital affair may have been the motive. Police believe Cooley was jealous over a relationship the murder victim had with his wife. You can call police if you know anything about these people. Police are investigating a death at Bemidji State University. Shortly after midnight Sunday, Bemidji police officers were called to Tamarack Hall on campus for a report of a person lying on the ground bleeding. Officers then found an 18-year-old man who appeared to have fallen. Bemidji police say the man was a visitor and not enrolled at BSU. Detectives are working to identify witnesses and establish how the fall happened. If you have any information about the incident, you can call Bemidji Police at this phone number on your screen, 218-333-9111. A family from Bemidji, Minnesota took to Facebook, posting this video you see behind me in hopes of finding the two people they say stole their motorized scooter. Here's a closer look. The family says a man is seen walking up to the scooter that's parked in their carport, and that's when a woman is seen pulling up in a white van and helping the man drag the scooter into the vehicle. Once the homeowner realizes what's going on, he's eventually seen running after the van, but all he got was a license plate number. The stolen scooter is a red Honda Ruckus. If you have any information in this case, call Bemidji Police at 218-751-9111. A Perham mom's Facebook post has gone viral after she shared her positive shopping experience, including the way employees treated her autistic son. She says it's the first time anyone has really acknowledged what her son wanted. Valley News team's Bailey Hurley caught up with a woman who says she just wants everyone to be treated like a real person.
Trade home. A quick stop into Trade Home for some new kicks last week turned into the best shopping experience Carrie Petrament has ever had with her son Shane.
And from there, everybody in the store addressed Shane and didn't ask me what kind of shoes does Shane like, what does Shane need. They said, Shane, what do you want? Which that's not something that is a common occurrence.
Carrie says people usually don't acknowledge Shane, referring to her as Shane's decision maker.
It's like, oh, this is kind of sad that he's 19 and this is the first time that somebody's asking Shane and directing questions to Shane other than friends and family.
It brought me to tears because that's not the way it should be. Shane's an awesome person. I would love to help tennis Shane every day.
Josh adds that it was just a normal work day for him, not even thinking twice about the way he treated Shane.
He's got a sense of style. He knows what he likes.
Trade home. Ooh. And Shane now with a Trade Home name tag to sport to remember the workers who actually took the time for him, which is all Carrie has ever wanted for her son, and why she shared their shopping trip on Facebook.
And I think that a lot of people agreed with that. And a lot of people were happy to see that that's how Shane was treated, just like the real person that he is. I love that.
In Fargo,
he was seen, and that made me happy.
Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Carrie says Shane might be able to actually wear that name tag soon. They're working on getting him a job stocking shelves at Trade Home within the next couple of months. The Cheyenne Street construction project is putting another burden on people living on that road. Now residents have to park on the street, climbing over the mess that you see on your screen to get into their homes. The street foreman said it's an inconvenience that they'll have to deal with for a week or two.
Contractors right now are in there redoing the sidewalk and the aprons that go to their yards and to their driveways and get it all cleaned up to make it easier so the contractors and everybody can get around. The contractor left the people park on the new street.
The street foreman said this construction project is a big one and it will take some time, but once it's done, it will look good. He also says the Cheyenne Street construction project is on schedule.
If the parent isn't here, the kids will be. And the teachers are going to carry on class as if it were all students.
For many, junior high is a distant memory, but some got a fun refresher today. Parents of students in the 6th grade class at Carl Ben Eielson filled in for their young ones today. Carl Ben has been doing this for 20 years now to give parents a glimpse of what an average day is like. Coffee was on hand to help moms and dads make it through, but it was even more fun for the kids.
She is stoked because she thinks it's funny that I'm giant, hairy, and full of tattoos and going to 6th grade. I think that every parent should do this.